Hi, my name is Tiffany Thomas, here with Miss Passion, conducting an interview. Today, my shadows are Craze Cam, Pele Tyler, Manaya Tyler, and Eddie Birch. The first thing I want you to do is to throw up your macros.
Okay, look. You guys don't want to go down that. I ain't going down that hallway. Come on, guys. We bought this place. Let's play a little game of Five Nights with Peppa Pig. What? Find a key tonight, we escape on night 5. Okay. We're gonna die in here. Let me get our emergency supplies. Mine's simple. You guys check the rooms on the left. I'm gonna check the rooms on the right, okay? I think we should check here first. Yeah, janitor's closet. Alright, you going first. Alright. Nice. Small classrooms. So scary. What if he's crawling in the vents? Oh, flip. Okay. Yeah, I would say this room looks pretty clear. We're looking for the pig or the frog. Either one. Whichever one comes first.
Okay, when you threw up that 10-4 copy, that was an accident, right?
It's like somebody left in a hurry.
Yes.
Okay. Can y'all hear me fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to start off with the HP rules. Do not resuscitate patients in streets around the hospital, PvP territory zones, or army base. No attending PvP territory without a rank 7 or above. Do not treat patients with weapons drawn. Do not stand or cell on the main lobby floor. Do not stand on any back bush or surrounding hospital areas to chill or take breaks. Ride around in the city or to floor 2 if unoccupied, or the cafeteria instead. Do not go AFK while on duty. The punishment is a 3-day ban, demotions, and funds reset. Do not be disrespectful to patients or colleagues. The punishment is immediate dismissal. No combat fighting whatsoever. Break away and run if you cannot. /help RP4. For the desk rules, there's a max of 2 staff per desk in rank order from brown, maroon, blue, white, and then green. Up to 3 staff may line up in the hallway in the same rank order. Brown, maroon, blue, white, and then green. As far as the med, restock. If your wait time is over 5 minutes, go on emergency calls or med deliveries. If your wait time is under 5 minutes, you can wait in the cafeteria. The entry rules, the front door, only a rank 6 and above can enter. And for the front parking, only a rank 7 and above can enter. Do not spawn the bus without DCP or CP permission ever on any day at any time. Radio checks are mandatory. You must respond using the 10-4 copy macro. Do you have any questions so far?
No.
Thank you. I'm going to read the MD rules. Refusal to provide medical assistance. Refusing to provide medical assistance, including performing CPR or giving meds without a justified RP reason, as long as there is no threat to the medic's life, including situations when armed players are present at the scene. Punishment is 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD2, providing medical aid during dangerous situations. Selling medication or resuscitating players in situations that threaten the life and health of both the medic and the player, including but not limited to during an escalating conflict, an active shootout, a turf war, etc. Punishment 1 warning from faction leadership. MD3, compliance with project rules. Medical personnel are required to comply with all established project rules. Punishment from 1 warning to 1 reprimand from faction leadership. MD4, improper RP behavior. Failure to adhere to RP rules while interacting with players, while providing medical assistance or communicating with faction colleagues. Punishment 1 warning from the faction leadership. MD 4.1, disrespectful behavior. Disrespectful behavior towards any player. The punishment is 1 reprimand or dismissal at the discretion of the faction leadership. MD 4.2, non-compliance with orders, failure to comply with leadership orders or to observe the chain of command within the faction. Punishment 1 reprimand from the faction leadership. MD 4.3, assault on civilians. Assaulting civilians with a taser, weapon, or fist without an RP reason. Punishment dismissal from the faction. MD 5, use of weapons. Medical personnel is strictly forbidden from using any weapons. Punishment dismissal from the faction. MD 6, criminal activity. Intentionally associating with gangs, committing major crimes, including but not limited to theft, vandalism, murder, or join in factions during activities where medic participation is not intended. The punishment is dismissal from the faction. MD7, use of service vehicles for personal purposes. Use an official medical transport for personal travel when not on duty, including for civilian jobs. The punishment is one warning from the faction leadership. MD 7.1, use of personal vehicles. Using personal vehicles instead of service vehicles to perform faction duties. The punishment is one warning from faction leadership. MD 8, unauthorized issuance of recovery notes. Issuing medical certificates outside of a hospital. Issuing medical certificates for monetary compensation. The punishment is one warning from the faction leadership. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. RP rules. RP 13 and RP faction actions, violating RP conduct within a faction, including the unwarranted release of players from jail. The punishment is dismissal from the faction and or from 30 minutes in jail up to a 3-day account ban. RP 14, sexual harassment. Any form of sexual action, including simulation and explicit dialogue or actions, the use of ethnic and or LGBTQIA slurs, stalking other players or excessive verbal detail, and descriptions with sexual undertones. All sexual actions between players must be performed with the prior consent of all participating individuals. Such actions must not take place in public areas or areas frequently visited by other players, including but not limited to jail, hospital, job zones, parking lots, etc. The punishment is 60-minute mute of voice and text chat or an account ban ranging from 24 hours to 30 days. RP 15, provocation of faction members, intentionally provoking members of any faction for entertainment or with the intent to disrupt the faction's operations. The punishment is 30 minutes in jail. RP 16, criminal acts against emergency personnel. Any criminal acts committed against emergency medical personnel. The punishment is from 90 minutes in jail to a 12-hour account ban. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay, my first question to you is how would you deal with a difficult coworker, colleague?
I will try to de-escalate the situation as best as I can, and if the situation is not getting any better, I will get a higher up to come help out.
That's correct. And you also want to make sure that you record and report. You turn your body cam on and you screen record every single thing. That's to protect yourself and just in general for the situation. My second question is going to be if you saw Dr. Stitch outside of HP and she was shot or whatever and asking you to pick her up, what do you do?
I decline.
Exactly. We don't pick anybody up outside of HP around the block, so anything at all. Um, Pele, your two questions.
Testing, testing.
We can hear you, babe.
Okay, sorry, I was just talking for 2 whole seconds. My first question is, what does patient privacy mean to you? Honestly, I feel like that's self-explanatory. Giving them, giving them the privacy that they need, you know. Okay. And then my second and final question is, what do you like most about helping patients? Just putting a smile on their face in general, you know, because you don't know what somebody's going through, and a simple, nice gesture to change everything. Beautiful answer. Thank you, and those are my 2 questions.
Cam,
Yes, ma'am.
your two questions, please.
Okay. How do you handle criticism from your higher ups?
Honestly, if it don't, you know what I'm saying? If it don't apply, let it slide. It's a job. You know, I'm not gonna let nobody take me out my character. I don't really, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their opinion. You know, if it just gets too hectic, I will take it to somebody higher than them or somebody the same rank as them to get everything sorted out. But for the most part, I really don't pay no mind to criticism.
I mean,
Okay, but what if it was criticism from, like, say you did something wrong and someone just came and like kind of checked you on it, like, hey, this ain't what you did this, you ain't supposed to do that. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it was, maybe you got a reprimand.
Yeah, then I'm all ears to, like to take in information if I'm in the wrong, you know. I'm
A
all
hundred
ears to learn
percent.
something.
Great answer. Yeah. Second question. What are, say, two values about yourself that you can bring to the medical faction?
My work ethic, that's my most strongest value, and just my personality overall. I'm a very bubbly person.
Awesome. Great answers. That's all. That's my two questions, and I'll pass it on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Pele. I mean, Manaya. I'm sorry.
My first question is why is teamwork important in the medical faction?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Why is teamwork important in the medical faction?
Oh, I always live off this one quote: "Teamwork make the dream work." And if we ain't got teamwork, we ain't got nothing. Like helping one another, being there for one another is what matters the most.
That's right. Um, my second question is if you had a issue with any of your coworkers, um, and you don't feel comfortable talking to them about it, what would you do on that situation?
I would see if I can deal with it myself before I go to somebody else and put the problems on them. But if I can't, I will go to somebody else, and explain the situation to see if we can de-escalate it, you know.
Yeah. Just for also future references, if anything, always make sure you have your body cam on as well. Just sometimes
Got
to
to.
back you up. But that's my two questions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Eddie.
Yeah, for my first question, what do you think is the most important skill for a nurse?
Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
What do you think is the most important skill or trait for a nurse?
Just having patience, honestly, because you could encounter a lot of interactions, let's say that, and it could be crazy at the time, and you got to know how to handle them.
Okay, for my second question, how would you handle a patient who gets upset or angry with you?
I would let them know that I understand. I feel what they coming from and where they're coming from. Like I said before, just try to de-escalate the situation as best as possible. And I'm sorry, people, I be getting thrown off real quick. Nah, try to de-escalate the situation as best as possible and let them know that I hear them, understand them, and basically just not meet them where they at, you know? Because I feel like when we meet them at the energy they at with the energy that they're on, it makes it all go left, you know?
No, I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Thank you.
Okay, and that will conclude the interview for Miss Passion.